गुड मॉर्निंग। जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे, भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा, द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा, विंध हिमाचल यमुना गंगा, उच्छल जलधि तिरंगा। तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मागे, गाहे तब जय गाथा। जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे, भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे, जय 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 हे। जय भारत वंदे मातरम। सुजलम सुफलम मलया शीतलम साहसा सामलम। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम। Good morning to all friends. Again, back to you to waste your time. This is Engineer Suraj Singh, International Professional Engineer, Chartered Engineer Civil, speaking from Faridabad, NCR, Bharat, India. On behalf of public, just to disseminate information to people, to friends, particularly to youth, I am back to you just to share my daily talk of main developments which are ongoing throughout our country now. And again, remembering constitution of this country, I appeal to all, remember our constitution and its power, its soul every day. That is very important in current scenario, because scenario is not normal, it is abnormal. In fact, everybody has to take care, or else we will lose something. And what is that something? I cannot say now. We have to ensure that it is upkept all time to come, and our freedom, our constitution, our nation and our public remains intact and safe. We are being misled by certain political people and antisocial elements who are talking their way, who are interpreting their way. Something which is wrong they are considering right, and something which is right they are considering wrong. This is internal war among various societies, various people. Our constitution speaks something and people are doing something else. This is in contradiction to itself. We are having internal problems among people, and I think it's because people are careless. People speak for patriotic angle, but they are not patriot in that way. They are patriot only on surface and not inside. In-depth patriotism required not just at surface. Surface is only for showroom, surface is only for title, it's not for actual character, which must be inside and then built with all structure of your mind and soul. Nation needs something from you today, and that is what should be done. That our future should be kept safe according to constitution and according to our nation, which we say, we people of this country, Bharat, having resolved, solemnly resolved, people of this country, Bharat, having solemnly resolved to constitute our country, Bharat, India, into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, to ensure to its people justice, liberty, and equality, so that everybody enjoys his dignity in a way brothers stay in a way of brotherhood and fraternity, and which was accepted in 1949, 26th November, and completely implemented on 26th January 1950, which is called Republic Day, and which is just yet to come in. And that day must be clearly understood in principle and in reality, that we have something with us which cannot be destroyed. If we destroy this constitution, we destroy 26th January. If we destroy constitution, we destroy our democracy. If we destroy constitution, we destroy our secular and sovereign status. We destroy ourselves, we destroy our souls, we destroy our minds, and we destroy our nation, which we have to keep safe, keep intact. We know people are emotional, sentimental, but that doesn't solve problem. Thinking is required for today is very, very, you can say, serious time. We have to see into this. It's not a question of that. We just shout, we have sloganeering along. What's happening is really, really difficult. There is a tide of war, an equivalence of war. War among student and government, police, war among civic people and ruling people, war between police and public. This is not expected in a democracy. This is not expected in Bharat, India, where there is constitutional rule. We are ruled under constitution, but constitution has been taken as if it's nothing. It's just taken as a piece of paper or book of papers. No, it's not that. Body contains soul, and soul is more important. If soul is good, strength of soul is good, your body is happy, you feel pleased, you feel healthy. And if your soul is not good, it's not active, it has been filled deterrent, you feel that body is defective. It's not that efficient that you should be so healthy. If you don't feel healthy, you cannot work. We have to remember, everybody always was a student and all are a student, but those students we are educational people who are in studying stage. Everybody, I studied sometimes, I studied, you studied, all study. We got facility to study. Every country gives facility to students. No one can buy studies. Everybody is not rich. You can spend whatever you require to get education. Education is not an identity. It's not an article. It's not, you can say, you get some commodity you buy, eat and throw, waste paper. It's not that. Education is like, you can say, meditation. It's like concentration, continuous concentration. So those citizens, those members of society who are students and youth, and they are having time for education, they must be supported fully. And if they are not supported fully, we are in plan of a nation which has no future. If our education system is broken like as being done now, under current regime, this is not acceptable. This must be condemned. I was also a student and I was fully supported by our government and state and law, and I got certain level of education because of that. Otherwise, I would have been illiterate, just doing nothing and knowing nothing and not applying my mind as I'm applying now in various fields that I would have lost. I would not earn that one, and that's purpose of education. We may not have a house, we may not have something, but education is a must. Without you, if you have education, you can think. You can think better than without having education. You can talk, you can argue, you can understand logic. You can find reasons. You can know what is why, what is how, what is what. You can know that if you have education. If you don't have education, you cannot imagine anything. Even if you imagine, it is useless because your education is useless. You don't apply your mind, you can't apply your mind. That is very important. That's what I want to say. Education is very important. Education is your support, it is your future, it is your present. And it remains forever. Education never diminishes. Whatever knowledge you have, it continues. It's forever. It can augment, it can multiply, it can thrive, you can add knowledge onto that. Even if you deliver knowledge to others, you get more knowledge. They say you have to distribute knowledge to those, but you can distribute knowledge to those only who can pick up that. Money you can give to anybody, and if you give money to someone, that person, whosoever, only that person will accept money and spend it. But education is not easy to deliver also, because the person to whom you are giving must be recipient. If that person cannot get education, that person cannot get your knowledge, and no use even to disseminate that information. So it's a very serious matter. This time 2020 and whatever is gone 2019, students struggle. Whatever university, I'm talking for all. I'm not talking about particular university. It includes all education system. It is duty, it's a responsibility of state. It's a responsibility of government of our country to provide education, and particularly to those who are downtrodden, free of cost. This is a requirement. This is a national requirement. This is a constitutional requirement. You cannot take it for granted. Why you will not care for that? No, you have to take out that. This is your fundamental duty, responsibility of government, that you have to get education. You have to provide this facility to all students. You cannot call them terrorists. You cannot call them Naxalites. You have no right to call them any as such. You cannot shut your responsibility off by just lamenting bad names to those people who are struggling for education. This, as a citizen, I don't accept. Yes, they can be wrong, they can commit mistakes. You have to amend those people, you have to talk to those people. But if you just think, no, whatever you say, that's the answer, that's the order, no, that is not acceptable. You are government, you are like parent of public, you have to take care of public as such. And students are very small community, they are very low community, they don't have developed mind, but their minds are in development and your minds are matured. You have a duty and responsibility to train them. You cannot run away from that. Yes, those who have money over house, they can buy, they can pay whatever fees, but those who cannot pay, that's your responsibility. It's not a question. It's a question of ABVP or something else. The question is education is a must for every student. This is basic principle. And if you cannot provide that, you have no right to speak. It is your duty, you have to do it. If you cannot do it, you are not government. You cannot withdraw their rights by your way. This is a challenge to government. It's your duty, I'm telling you, government. It's your duty. You cannot use your police force against them. This is complete nonsense and condemnable. And I am calling to all, do not think where government is thinking, think where public should think. Government is planted for serving public and not opposing public. You cannot use police force against government, against students. You can't use that. That is illegal. That is wrong. Students are public children. They are state children. They are nation children. Yes, they can make mistakes, that's right, but they are children. They are trainees. You have to correct them as government. Institutions have to correct them. That's our purpose of education. If they will not mistakes in this time, when they shall mistakes? They are students. They have a right to speak. And you are calling them anti-nationals? Or what? What is anti-national? Can you tell me? If I demand something, I'm anti-national. If I say I want freedom from fee structure, am I anti-national? If I demand, I want reduction of prices, I'm anti-national. If I say I want good facilities and low cost, is it anti-national status? Am I anti-national? If I have certain rights and demand those rights, I'm anti-national. Your thinking is anti-national. Your thinking is corrupted. We are citizens of this country. We are children of this country. We are country. Bharat, India. Not you alone. We appointed you in those offices to serve people. You serve people. And if you cannot serve people, don't speak. Don't lecture. We did not appoint you to deliver lectures. Long speeches. No, this is our right. We will speak. We will question. We are public. Public is state, public is nation, and public is original. Whatever rights you are enjoying, whatever power you are enjoying, it's given to you by constitution, which is by public. You are in power doesn't mean you are everything. Government of India is servant to people of India, people of Bharat. You are servant to us and you are paid for that. Remember, you are not our mother and father permanently. You are our guard for 5 years. You cannot do more than that. And you must serve faithfully, obediently, sincerely in this period. You may call me anyone, but I am telling truth. I am referring truth. I believe in constitution. I don't believe in government. I believe in law. I don't believe in you. You have to support according to law and according to requirement. I listen, I hear, I view. They are anti-nationals. Students are anti-nationals. They are urban terrorists. They are speaking, they are saying freedom, freedom, and freedom. Yes, they would say. What's wrong with that? Tell me. You have limited knowledge. You think freedom was only applied to 1947 years? Not after that. Our constitution mandates freedom. Read constitution. Fundamental rights must be understood. Freedom applies everywhere. Nobody wants slavery. It applies everywhere. If there's attack by terrorists, that's against freedom. and we say we have to keep ourselves free. We cannot be bound by terrorists. Bush said that. Remember when America was attacked by someone on Twin Towers, what Bush said at the time? They have attacked our freedom. Yes. So government is attacking students' freedom. Rise of fee. Okay, rise is there, but in proportion. You cannot rise as if that is not an institution, that is a shop, it's selling goods. Education is a goods? No, it's not good. It's service to community. It's facility to community. Students have got every right, and particularly those students who can't afford fee and all these expenses must be facilitated. This is an open demand. You have to fulfill it. Constitution is not just a piece of paper. It's soul. It's the spirit of society. And you are no one to violate that. You are a minister. Okay, you must be honored. But if you work that way, if you don't work that, you shall be insulted. Certainly, maintain honor of office of minister and prime minister. If you don't uphold status of that office, you do not deserve that office. You do not qualify that office. This is public statement I am making. This is according to Constitution. That individual must be kept dignified, first of all, according to constitutional preambles. Every individual must be dignified, must be given dignified status, honor before you are given honor. If I am not honorable, citizens are honorable, how can we give honor to you? You have honor if we have honor. If we don't have honor, we shall not give any honor to you, because first honor belongs to citizen. According to Constitution, every person is respectable, respected and given honor. Then we give honor to you, because we transfer our authority by delegation to you through MPs. We have to explain like this. You cannot take a stick and beat people through police. You cannot use lathis and beat people. You cannot use tear gas. You cannot use bullet to all those people who are students. They are children. You are killing your children. You are torturing your children for what? To please some of your Bhakts? To please those who don't think? This is Bharat, India. This is not your personal property. This is not your private shop. This is house for 140 crore public. House of the, we call it home. You have to understand this fact. Even if you are not very well educated, you can get this knowledge from those who are educated. You have taken oath of Constitution. You cannot contravene that oath. You took that oath. You were not forced to take that oath. You yourself took this. You could deny that. You were installed in that office by your own will and by public support. If you cannot respect that, you have no right to be in this seat. This is not your personal seat. This is not your permanent seat. This is provisional seat to serve people according to set law of Constitution of Bharat, India. And if you cannot accept this, we do not need you. To be very clear, you are not propriety of this Constitution. You have to serve people of this country in a set up specified way. And if you cannot do that, leave this post and go away. If you cannot respect parliament, if you cannot respect executive, if you cannot respect people, you have no right to be here. No one can be forced to work for people if that person is not interested to work for people. You have just doing every act which is against people. You did CAA, okay, you did it, fine. People have to speak, they are speaking. What's wrong with you? If you force them to accept it, time will tell. You or first government in the world which makes some law, which legislates some law, and after law is legislated, you are asking people to support it. What sort of mathematics is this? Can you explain, or can I understand? Activity which was required to be conducted prior to adopting that exercise to approve that bill, to act, that you are doing post-approval. What sort of mathematics? Means you are providing answer and then you are asking public to set up a question. I don't understand this. This is not scientific way. This is not organizational way or procedure that should be accepted. This is something you can say foolish. You are sending certain people to homes in all places with certain articles to be sold, and they're asking those people, use this number free of cost and just make a missed call these so that you get support. You assume it is support. I can't understand your mind. This is not a status of ministers. You have no confidence in your work. That's why you acting like this. If you are confident that you did right work, you should not adapt to such a way. Okay, you ignore this then. Okay, let people cry. You do your job, people let them do the job. If people are powerful, they will destroy you, your positions. They will throw up, they kick you out if people are strong enough. And if they are not strong enough, this turbulence will subsidize. They'll subside. This down, recede, this flood will recede. Problem is you are scared. You are scared because you never expected people of this country, whom you thought they were sleeping, have come up, have risen. That is your, you can say, worry, your concern, because it is giving a challenge to your existence in office. It's giving a challenge to you, and you are not ready to accept the challenge. You are ministers, you are prime ministers, or whoever president you are not concerned of public problems. You are concerned only to think how to long your seat. Public is not interested in your seat. Public is interested in nation. Yes, there are all sorts of people. There are supports and there are no supports. This happens in democracy, and that is right of people. Some supports and some doesn't support. But that should be logical. You did not allow in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha people speak, our representatives speak, but people are not your representative. Remember, MPs are public representative, not your representative, and people are not representative. People are people, they are public. And public always mandates. If public mandates, no power in this country can stop their mandate. There can be differences. There can be misunderstandings. There can be mistakes and misgivings. Those can be deliberated. Those can be brainstormed and corrected. But for that you should be open. You are not open. I don't understand you. I heard your statement that you said CAA has brought to world eyes, world attention, that there is torture, there is, you can say, persecution against certain people, minorities in these countries, which are named in this act. You are happy with that? By this statement? Is this statement of the Prime Minister of this country? Sorry. You have no right to defame others also. If you are so concerned about those people being persecuted, there's a diplomatic way. There's a standard way if you want to bring it to world attention. You do not comply with that. You are just enacting something in your country and telling that this has sent a message to the whole world that those people are persecuted by other countries. Is this way how to deal with? This is not way. This is home, this country or those countries or this world is not your private property. There's a set standard, set organized way. You are not following that. You are enacting your law and you are saying you have told whole world that these countries are doing like this? What sort of professionalism is this? Our constitution mandates this. You insult others. They are bad, I agree. They are rubbish. Have you seen your face in mirror? What you are doing up with your people? What your country is doing, have you checked that, examined that? What you have done in J&K? What you are doing with Dalits? What you are doing with Muslims here? You are free of these black holes, black marks. What about mob lynching? What solution you have reached? What about those Dalits killed? About you, who will speak? If those countries enact certain laws regarding this, what shall you do? Don't talk like kids. Be mature enough. You are not young. You are senior. You have to think away. Administration thinks, government thinks, nation thinks. You have to express minds of our people. As citizen, I am very sad to know that by our legislation, you are sending a message to others according to your consideration, that you explain to them what's happening in those countries. Are those countries not your neighbors? They may be not happy with you and you may not be with them, some of them. This doesn't mean they are not nations. They are having same respect as we are having. They are members of United Nations as we are. They are members of other organizations as we are. How you say that you have done this against them? This means you are inviting enmity from those people. Bangladesh is your own creation, your own nation, your own friend like kid. You are insulting that country. Pakistan may be your enemy, but that is a neighbor. You are insulting that country. You have no right to do as such. You must have smartness to deal with these people. And if you cannot deal, you have to find alternative way how to deal with them. That approach you missed. And now because you have made some error, you have done some act which is not applicable, just to keep your image intact, you are telling this people of this country that this act has brought to people of world what these people are doing. Israel is doing so much bad with Palestine. They are acting like terrorists, they kill us, state-supported killing. You are not speaking about that. What is happening in many other countries, you are not speaking about that. So many acts are going on in so many countries, you are not speaking about that. Only about this you are speaking. Something is happening in China, you are not speaking of that. Something is happening in Africa, you are not speaking about that. Only your neighbors are not good for you. Your first government, which has no value, how to deal with neighbors. And even if you are thinking of so seriously with these neighbors, then are you having only 3 neighbors? Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Afghanistan? Only these are your neighbors, no others? Be clear what you want to say. I know you are a politician. Everyone is politician in government or opposition. They are all politicians. Politician doesn't mean do whatever you want. And your power is you are in government. The government should be responsible. It's not simply do whatever you want. If these students want to demonstrate, you are beating them. You are using police force to beat them. What sort of management is this? Is police meant for this purpose? They were not doing any violence, just arrested them. Because they were marching. Yesterday they were planning to go to presidency and you arrested, lathi charged them. What was their fault? They are strugglers. They are struggling. Their demands may be right, may be wrong. You are not having a dialogue with them. You should listen to you, that's all. Everybody should listen to you. This is your mandate. No, it's not a mandate. You are government only. You are not public. You have to set certain standards. You have to follow. You have to comply with Constitution. And You have to do according to law. We know you have much power. You have too much power. We know excessive power, and people fear you by just having certain letters indirectly through certain universities that there is a communism. People, is this left or right, what you call it, they are spoiling university. You can get letters from everywhere because you are in government. People cannot speak against you because they are in government positions or university positions, but public would speak. I am not vice chancellor and I am not afraid of you. I don't fear you because I am citizen of this country. Why should I fear you? I should not fear a citizen. Yes, if I am myself, it's my certain position that I can fear you because of my post or because of my office, because I'm employed, I'm getting money from you, or I'm getting support from you, so I'll support you in this position. That's what the vice chancellor have done. It doesn't have any value. Even if 200 university chancellors wrote to you, it doesn't have any meaning in public eyes because you are in power. You can force someone to write anything to you. This is clear from this step that you have taken, that you seek support for CAA. If it had been CAB, it's fine. You could ask people to support it. But once it is CAA, there's no meaning, no logic in seeking support in its favor. Yes, if you want support in its opposition, that would be fine. But once you have done something and those people are happy with that, what's the meaning of their support? To whom you want to justify? This means you are having rigid attitude to state that whatever you have done is right, and you are not going to bow down. You are not going to agree or compromise on to any degree by what you have done, for what you have done. This is wrong. This is not democratic way. There is one problem which I have seen since you installed in office. It's a very big problem with you. First, you are very rigid. Second, you don't want to listen to some people or to all people. You don't want to answer. You just say what you have done is right. That's all. You never accept your mistake and you always make mistake. It's not one mistake, a chain, a sequence of mistakes you have caused, but you don't accept that. You are not working as Prime Minister. You are working as rigid government, which is not in national interest. I don't care to which party you belong to, and I don't care what's your background. You are Prime Minister. We expect to deliver what you said, what you promised, what you manifested. That is what should be done. It's not my mind, I'm telling you. It's general public, major public concept, major public opinion. Your Bhakts, isolate them. I don't care for them. You have spoiled their mind. You have polluted mind of youth of this country that are designated virtually Bhakts. I have sympathy for them because those people are not using their minds. Those people are swayed by your emotional talks, by your false promises. I don't care for them. Time will set them. They will come to their senses because their minds are closed now. They are not able to think. But I'm talking of those people who are not politically oriented. And I am one of them. I am not politically oriented. I have got no direct or indirect relations to any political party, and I don't expect that. But if you are not having any relation to any political party, this doesn't mean that you cannot participate in political talks, in political, arena. Everyone has a right because politics means a service to nation, a service to society, without having any links to any political party or with having links whatever way it is. You may call me whatever you want to call, I least bother. You may call me opposition person. You may call me anti-national. You may call me against government. You can call me whatever you want to call. That is your foolishness. That is your childish conduct if you think so. I am citizen of this country. I was citizen of this country. and I would be in this country till my death. You cannot challenge me. I am and am and am, and everyone else is and is and is citizen of this country. So stop your but rubbish mind, close your mouth and work for nation or get lost. These are options for you. You cannot torture a student, you have no right to do such. Cannot call them nationalized, you cannot call them as national. They will demand everything, this is their right. I shall demand everything, this is my right. Who are you to raise questions against me? You have to answer, I'm not going to answer. You are fortunate enough that you have become number one of this country. You should be lucky. But you are not proved that you are competent for that. Competency is to be proven, because you have not access to this position by your personal capacity, personal education, or you can say expertise. You have reached here by public mandate, which is not an indication that you are competent or you are legally capable or you are expert or you are proficient or you are having certain specific knowledge in this field. This is public support that you have accessed here. It's not by your own you can say own character. You have to keep that in mind. You are not a professional qualified. You are not a advocate or judge or something else that endows on you certain value. You are just a common man. By virtue of your image only, you have reached this position, which image is getting dented day by day, and it has gone down where you are in a nervous state and you don't know how to recover that state which you have lost. That is your problem. That is not public problem. Public wants tranquility. Public want to expect a state of harmony in all this country, all over, which state you have not been able to fulfill till now. Since you came actually, you have not found any peace development. Everywhere there is plus and minus all days. Today some news, tomorrow some news, and every day you'll find some horrifying news. Sometimes it is developing news, sometimes it is impact news. Every day we are finding certain news which is not good in public consideration, which are not good in health of this nation. We have to be careful that if people are not in peace in all sectors, economy, health, education, fertilizer activity, agricultural activity, commercial activity, and whatever activity we can list in, that should be in smooth run. 2020 is clearly saying that we are drowned somewhere. We have to come out from that water depth, or else you will be blamed forever, because you are in government currently and you are trying to pass your failure to someone else. I'm not concerned with that. I'm concerned with success only. If you succeed, nation will succeed. And if you fail because now you are in government, nation will fail. And we want nation success, not fail. For that, people are there. People, whatever trust they provided to you, I don't think they provided that degree of trust to someone else in the past. And if you don't value that, you will spoil this nation. There are all types of people in this country, supporting you, not supporting you. Well, it's everywhere, it's democratic system. People may say you are bad, people may say you are very good. They are saying, some are not saying, but that doesn't make a difference. You have to prove your capability. So far, unfortunately, we have not seen that you have delivered what you promised for. And it's not a question of delivery alone. It must be seen that you are moving to that path which takes up to a destination of delivery, which has been missing so far. And now, nation is not in peace. Maybe this is point of CAA or NRC or NPR that has brought scene to like this, but this is not alone, dependent on this criteria of 3 points, CAA, NPR or NRC. It's a culmination development since 2014 that we could not reach to where we were expected, or we had to achieve what we could not. And really, it's failure of this nation because you are not serious. By chance you came to power, not because of your credentials. In fact, it was anti-wave of past regime that helped you access to power. But second time also, there was no such question. People tried to give you one more opportunity because people of this country were sleeping. They didn't want to be serious. They said, okay, no problem. We one more chance. He's gentleman, is this and that. And you got that benefit of failure, benefit of neglect. Well, you are fortunate enough. But how long? Look, when people start thinking after sleep, when they come out of their sleep, it is very fresh mind of people. And if when the thing with fresh mind, it's very, very good thinking, very, very powerful thinking when mind is fresh. And they are in that state. They have, after 6 years, awakened to a state of mind which is very efficient in thinking. And they are thinking. And that is actually a point where you have to answer, you have to respond very perfectly, and where you are feeling. Actually, you should understand, country moves with finances, country moves with economy. And if you fail there, which you have, our economy has failed to such a level, we can phrase in that our economy, especially macroeconomy, has gone down to ocean bottom, which is full of slush, full of, you can say, broken rocks, which is so deep that whole nation can die there. And it is because of destructured economy that could not be evaluated by you or your ministers in time. And I don't understand why. Probably you are not having qualified or experienced or pragmatic economists with you, or you don't have any advice from them, or if you have advice from them, you do not respect that advice. Something applies there. Economy means everything practically, because economy relates to power of material, power of wealth, use of wealth and use of material. And if there is no material, or material is useless, economy cannot move. How long can we depend upon materials from others or wealth from others? That can be for short period. But our economy, if it has gone down, what have been reasons? That is to be expressed by you because you are in government. And if you cannot respond to those reasons, you cannot tell people what happened, then people shall assess themselves. People are alleged upon. That's because of demonetization of currency in 2016. It's because of GST methods that we impose on people. And it is because of loss of export and augmentation of import. And also undue expenses you have done, you have made on governance, and industrialization failure or industrialization lack of progress and an unsuccess in agricultural economy. These factors, which constitute GDP, gross domestic product formula, have accumulated to current state, which is very unbecoming from viewpoint of a citizen of this country, a citizenry that can think, that can summarize all. You may claim to destin for 5 trillion or whatever. Speaking is always very good. Lecture is very good. Destinations are very good, very pleasing. Mountains are always seen green when you see from distance. But when you reach there, you'll find rocks. You'll find a volcano there, or you'll find deposit for 100 years. Deposit of 100 years. Imagination, not bad. Fairy tales are not bad. Stories are not bad. Novels are not bad. And films are not bad. But remember, there is also a disclaimer on every such document or display that this is imaginary. This doesn't relate to someone. We have to be careful from those teachings. Economy is not imaginary. This cannot win or be, you can say, supported by topping with some disclaimer. It's question of survival of this country. It's question of people of this country. If jobs are not created, if wealth and assets are not created, if people are not engaged at all levels, country collapses, system collapses. And we have successfully achieved this collapse partly. We have collapsed ourselves. That is because of some ill-thought acts done by you, but no effect, no try has been made to reinstate part of that. You have never been serious enough to solve this problem, but you have done everything to create more and more problem. Remember, diversion doesn't solve anything. It can be bypassed for some time, but it has to come back. When there's a road cut, people are forced to bypass that cut and travel again. But once filling is done, road is repaved, people have traveled on same road. So how much you divest, how much you bypass, how much you try to force people to think about forgetting one thing and thinking of another, that can be ad hoc measure, that can be temporary measure, that cannot be called a permanent solution. People know that, and people are not that level full as you think they are. You cannot have a long run on that basis. After all, this is a question of a nation. This is a question of 140 crore people of this country. I don't understand why you don't take positively. Human resources we have, natural resources we have, wealth we have, mind we have, and young we have. Don't forget, this is same youth who brought you this position. And you are warring with them now. Means you are warring with your support on which you are sitting. Remember, certainly you will collapse. Certainly. These youth extended their total support to you, and you are extending police action on them. Grief it is really. I can't accept this. Yes, you even cannot talk with your kids. You can talk to people who are having money, who are riches, industrialists. You can proudly talk with them, but you cannot talk to your students. You cannot talk to your farmers. You cannot talk to your workers. You cannot talk to them, those who are your voters. How many votes did you get from industrialists? But you get millions and crores of votes from this community. Students, workers, poor, laborers, agriculturists. They voted to you to power and you are ignoring them. And you want to continue in power. You are just giving dialogues, your film stories only. You are not giving back facts. We are just explaining facts so that you can realize your mistake. We recognize your mistake. We approve mistakes provided it is done not with bad intention but by error. But if you deny something for that, we don't accept that. That's called plot or intrigue, and we don't accept that. Well, I'm not extending this talk to 3 hours today. I'm very serious today. What they did for genuine students last night is not appreciable. Students must be trained properly and they will speak. They are young. They have right to speak. They have right to say, we want freedom. I don't mind that. Everybody respects freedom. And freedoms have got many meanings. It's not freedom from British only. It's freedom of existence, freedom of survival. Constitution authorizes, Constitution mandates freedom. In fundamental rights, it says freedom. What's wrong if I say freedom of this? I want to get free education. I want freedom of fee. I want price. I don't want price rise, so I want freedom from price rise. Nothing is wrong with that. I don't want police force to act on me. I want freedom from police action. I want freedom from abuse of Constitution. What's wrong with that? Well, with this, I say our government must have good mind till they are there in office. Time will change them. People shall change them. Such horrific situation all over this nation cannot move forever. It has certain limit, and that limit, I think, has come or nearing that point in our motion. Nothing is permanent, and this phase shall also go, but people will not be happy because this is going to impact everyone. So with this, I say close today with very sad mind, sad conscious that I could not understand our government executive because they are not understanding public. A harmony should exist between people of country and government. That harmony is not seen anywhere. That state of harmony between relations of two, that's not existing. Government is empowering itself as if they are dictators. They're not thinking from flexible point of view. And people are people. And I cannot blame students in this case because they are students. Even if they make error, I will not. I accept that. Because students has a right to commit mistake, but government has no right to overlook mistake. If government acts that way, you cannot call that body a government. That is not a government in that case, and I condemn their action. With this, thank you very much. I'll see you later on. Jai Bharat.